Okay, ready for some twisted thoughts? So, basically, a character in a book is the equivalent of a person living a lifetime here on Earth in this universe, right? So, a character in a story of a book would be like one lifetime of the character in a 5-book series. So, let's say the character in the book has had 5 different lifetimes or lived 5 lives. So each book would be a lifetime or life story of that character in the book, right? So the guy would be the equivalent of the author who created or wrote that book. Or if there's multiple gods, which there is, since there's editors and publishers of a book to be able to create a book, and not just the author alone, this would be like the gods who created this universe to create a story for our life story here on Earth in this lifetime, right? For all of our lives lived in this universe, which would be the equivalent of all the lives, all the books of a character's life story in a series of, in the same series of 5 books. So additionally, we have a reader who reads about the character's life story and has a perspective of the character's life story from reading all 5 books in a series. So this would be like one universe or a perspective of the character's life stories for all of their lives. All 5 of their lives lived in this universe, right? For each additional reader who reads the same 5-book series of a character's life story in each of their lives for all 5 lives of the character, this would be like a different perspective or a parallel universe for a character's life stories for all 5 of their lives lived in a parallel universe or multiverse. So every reader has a different perspective or a parallel universe created of the character's life stories in all 5 of their lives lived or created, read in a 5-book series or all of their lifetimes, right? For the same character in 5 of the books, in the same 5 books, right? However, if we have the same reader read the same 5-book series twice at different points in the reader's life, like say you read the 5 books as a kid and as an adult, this would add another dimension or the 5th dimension to the twist by having the same reader reading a 5-book series and having multiple perspectives of the same series of 5 books read. So at 2 different times of the same reader's lifetime. So it'd be like the universe within a universe, because it'd be in the characters' lives in all 5 books as well as the reader's lifetime or points of the reader's lifetime when they read the 5-book series in regards to the different perspectives or different parallel universes of a character's lifetimes, 5 lifetimes, right? And then you add a 6th dimension, which would be like not only would you have the same reader read a 5-book series twice and have different perspectives or parallel universes of the character's lifetimes on Earth for 5 different lives in the character's life stories for the 5-book series, you would have 2 different readers who read the same 5-book series multiple times in the reader's lives. So one reader would read the 5-book series twice, and then a second reader would read the 5-book series twice. So now you have multiple readers with multiple perspectives of a character's life story in a series of 5 lives or 5 books for, multiple universes or multiple parallel universes or multiverses by different readers for each perspective or by the same reader at different points of the reader's lives for different perspectives So then you twist in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimensions all together based on whether it's the same or different reader, or the same reader at different points in their lives, as well as different readers, both reading at different points in their lives, for all the added perspectives or all the added multiverses of a character's life story throughout all of their lifetimes, or throughout all the 5 books in a series. So there you have it. How twisted is that? Okay, additionally, I also forgot to add, not only do you have the different readers, different perceptions or perspectives of the same 5-book series read of a character's lifetimes or life stories in 5 different books throughout the series or same series. You also want to take into account our 5 senses in regards to the way we see the world, hear the world, feel the world via touch or tactile senses, as well as our sense or smelling the world. So humans, we tend to see and hear the world. So our memories consist more so of, pictures or a video playback of a particular time in our life, at a certain point of time in the past or maybe even future. Whereas as a dog or an animal, they may perceive the world differently by their sense of smell. So for each point of time in an animal's life or a dog's life, they may remember it via, what they smelled or the sense that they smelled for a point of time in their life in regards to how they perceive their life here on Earth via their senses. So as humans, we've kind of mastered the sound and the vision of, being able to communicate, at different points of life for the lifetime of a character. However, we need to add the sense of touch, which can be done by making books that have braille or embolded letters, that kind of stick out so you can feel or touch the letters in a book. That way you can see, hear, as well as touch to feel, a life story of a book for a character's life for 3 of the senses. However, in order to add smell, to be able to perceive what it's like to, life to sense points of time in your life as by using your sense of smell, as humans, we really aren't aware at all, since, a dog's sense of smell is 1,000,000 times stronger than a human. So what they smell is beyond our imagination. Therefore, we'd have to be able to learn how to communicate with a different species that has a great sense of smell in order to communicate or have them show us what it's like to sense life via smell as opposed to vision. So we'd have to be able to learn how to speak in dog language, as well as the dog being able to communicate to us in our language with words. So this would take a lot of time and effort for both the species in regards to trying to be able to understand or learn each other's language, to be able to communicate with a different species with a different strong sense or dominant sense that they use to perceive their life or points of their life on Earth, in order to add the sense of smell or scent to, how we perceive points of time in our lives, in order to master all 5 senses, to be able to, I think, go back in time, in our lives, because we're just focused on the vision or, the sound, whereas we need to add also the scent, as well as the feel or sensation, tactile sensation senses additionally, to be able to really go back in time via all 5 senses that we have as humans that we're aware of anyways. So there's that dimension as well.